Welcome everyone to this month's Astrocolorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com. So the Astrocolorscope is a little bit unique. What I do is I choose three crystals from my crystal bag here for you, and then I throw them into a little circle with 12 houses to see which astrological signs and which energies want to combine with those crystals. I also take a bead from my bead bag to see what colors want to come up, and we're going to take some cards as well just to have a little overview for your month ahead. So before we get started, I also want to share with you that I've created a new crystal and gem reading service on my website. So you'll see the link for that beneath. So if you'd like to go a little further and have something a bit more in depth, then check that out. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, Libra. So for you, you got iolite, which is this beautiful kind of blue stone. This went into your second house. Iolite is known as a water sapphire. And in your second house is about finances, about your money, about how you value things as well and what you value. What's interesting with the iolite is that it can come up sometimes around people owing you money and debts being repaid. So as it's about finances in your second house, you can expect to have some money returned, or expect to, there's a possibility of winning money, but it's not so much around getting other people's money, it's more around you having something returned. So if it's not cash, then it could just be something like a book or a piece of clothing that is returned to you. Lost items returned as well, which has a link to one of the other stones that came up too. Now when I'm looking at this, I'm kind of seeing I don't know if you can see, there's like a line that goes down the center of there. And what's interesting to me is that it makes me think of a GPS, it makes me think of a map and the ordnance surveys and those kind of lines on a map, the longitude and latitude lines. So I feel that a trip is coming up for you, but it's linking again to somebody who is going to give you or return something to you. The trip could be a return fare as well, but it feels like there is a trip, a visit, a journey to see someone who may owe you something. So if it's not money, it could also be owe you a favor as well. So I'm just going to sense iolite, because of the color, links to the third eye and your intuition. So, not to encourage you to bet, but if you are thinking about betting or putting money on the lottery, then use your intuition, because your intuition is really strong, and that's what this links with as well. Okay, so then the next stone that came up is petrified wood. Get it right, petrified wood. So this is what petrified wood looks like. It's incredible that this is a piece of wood that has become a stone. It's so old, and there's lots of other stuff in it, of course, as well as just the wood. But with this, it's in your third house, and the third house is about communication. And when petrified wood comes up, obviously it links to the past. It links to past lives, it links to family and friends that are from the past, ancient energies that come up with this. And it's in your third house, which is communication. So again, there is a sense of you communicate. It's like blasts from the past, communicating with people that you've known before, connecting with maybe words that you've read before as well, because this can be with books. It could be reading books, old tomes, like Dickens or something like this, or books that you've read before that you're picking up again and reading them for the first time in a way. You've read them before, but you're just seeing and getting the information for the first time on a new level. I'm just getting a sense of if there is anything else, because when I look at the stones, it's not just it's not just what they mean in the textbook, it's what wants to come to me as I look at them. And with this one, I'm seeing a triangle. So I'm getting this sense of, you know, there's a connection with you and two other people, and it's a very strong bond, and I feel that you're going to be coming together again very soon. And there's almost a sense of commitment to each other, and a feeling of you doing something together that is beneficial globally, environmentally. There's some kind of service-oriented energy that goes with it. Okay, so our final stone is black tourmaline. So this is the black tourmaline. Black tourmaline they come with these ridges. And when I look at this, it almost looks like a little building, you know, and it's very strong, it's very sturdy. Black tourmaline is a great protective stone. This came in your 5th house, and your 5th house is about fun and adventures and relationships as well in the 5th house. Also children and creativity. So I feel with this that it almost feels like you may have been a little bit blocked around your creativity, you may have been a little bit blocked around your fun and adventures as well. And there's almost a sense of, you know, when I look at this, I'm holding it that way and it just went this way. It's almost like a sense of, look at things from a different perspective. Change your routine. Change something so that you can have fun, so that you can access your creativity, so that you can play with the children, etc., or be a child yourself. So there's almost a sense of this as you've been a little bit too hard, and maybe too hard on yourself, and now it's time to just turn it around and look at things from a different perspective. I get the sense from this that there may be somebody in your environment that you do need to protect yourself from. A friend, could be a wife or a husband of a friend, that kind of thing. It doesn't feel like it's someone absolutely close to you, but it feels like someone like once removed, if that's right. So you may be asked for some advice from the person who is connected to the one that you need protection from. And I feel like you need to be very careful with your advice. And when you're giving that advice, to put yourself into a protective bubble. If you don't know how to do that, check my website on the in the eSchool section of my website. There'll be some information there about protection. Okay, yeah, so that's it. So the stone that came up for you, the color stone is green. Green is the color of abundance in the heart chakra. But in this case, I feel as if, you know, there's that money coming back to you with the green, but I also feel that there's a protection that's needed too. So I don't feel it's around money that you need protection. I feel that it's more around you being a softie and giving to others, and just to watch that, you know. It's nice to be soft and sweet and kind and everything, but yeah, be a little bit mindful of the sob stories this month. I'm just being reminded that there is a special aspect towards the end of the month, which is Jupiter trine Uranus, and these are fire energies, and for you this means that it feels almost as if there's going to be a kind of up in the air quality to the end of your month. I feel like there's something exciting that's coming up, but it's almost like it's up in the air, so it hasn't quite landed. So it feels almost like an adventure that will be later on in the year or beginning of next year, and there's a sense of you trying to figure out timing, trying to figure out if you can do it or make it or afford it, etc. So it feels like it's going to be up in the air, but I feel like it's going to ground in the next month, and then you will work out how to make this happen for you. Mercury is also around about the 19th, is going into a kind of precursor before it goes retrograde. So I feel that with these energies particularly, you may be more sensitive, you may be more psychic than usual around about, from the 19th onward. And it may be a little bit disconcerting for you. So again, you may want to learn to protect yourself as well, and make an agreement with the energy that you only feel it when you want to feel it, instead of when it's available to be felt, if you know what I mean. Yeah, okay. So now the cards that came up, I chose some little devil cards. Devil is lived backwards, it's just energy in the reverse. And what came up is feud. And balancing card is integrity. So what comes to me with this, and something different may come to you as you look at these cards, what comes to me with this is almost that there may be a problem with someone close to you, but it's almost like you need to use your integrity when dealing with them. So don't go all out and start, sending them these little arrows and energy. Everything is energy, so be careful what you think as well. So with integrity, it's just being mindful of what you're saying and what you're doing, and how you're presenting yourself. The feud may not be with you personally, it may be around you in your environment, so don't take sides. Be mindful of that. Okay, so let's see what your card is. Oh my goodness, it's this card that wants to come out right here. Oh, you get the Ace of Worlds. Oh, that's fabulous. That's an abundance card. So that's great. It's also kind of a new career, new job, new opportunities that are grounded. Take a look at that card, see what most attracts you at this moment, which image most attracts you or color, and then ask yourself, what does that mean? And then see what comes to you. Let me put that up again. So I just realized I took it away, didn't I, right then? So when I look at this, I see this planet here that kind of looks like Saturn there, with the rings going around it, and Saturn is an energy that grounds everything for you and makes sure that everything is sorted out around you. So I feel that that's what's going to happen financially for you. It's almost like everything's just, all of a sudden, everything's going to be sorted out around you, and you won't, and it's like you'll think to yourself, what was all that worry about? There was no need to worry at all. That's what it feels like. So, before we finish, I nearly forgot, we have the extra crystal as well. So when I'm looking at this, it looks like a little disco ball. It's actually clear and it's got lots of rainbows around it. And that's what it feels like. It feels like a disco ball. So it could be that there's going to be a celebration where you're going to be dancing, or you may be doing a little bit of a keep fit routine this month. So I feel like there's lots of bright lights around you. And I also get this sense of adventure and maybe a trip as well, which could link with Europe, or could link with feels like Europe. Some kind of energy with Europe is coming up with that. Of course, if you're already in Europe, well, that's part of it, right? The rainbow energy, when I look at this, I see the violet. So there's going to be some kind of change that's coming up as well around your friendships. Somebody is leaving, but it's okay because new friends are coming in. Okay, that's it for this month's Astrocolorscope. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do remember to pick up your free colour kit. You'll see the link below. Also remember to check out my new service, Colour Gem Readings. And if you've enjoyed the Astrocolorscope, please share it with your community and leave a comment below if the messages resonated for you. Lots of coloricious blessings to you. See you next month. Bye.